Hey guys, I have a question for you. Out of these two things, what looks better? On one hand, you have the fruit, bananas, apples, orange. On the second hand, you have candy. Snickers, Reese's, M&M's. I had a friend that called Snickers sneakers. I don't know why he called them sneakers, because sneakers are tennis shoes and Snickers are candy, but for some reason he thought Snickers the candy was sneakers, like the tennis shoes. Crazy, right? I know. What is your answer? Fruit or candy? I'll give you some time to think about that, about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Fruit or candy? Awesome. Keep that in your mind. Don't forget it. Now Paul said, all things are lawful for me, but may not be helpful. Meaning, many things are lawful. By the law, we won't get in trouble if we do them. Maybe from our pastoral leadership, we won't get in trouble if we do them. Maybe from our parents, we won't get in trouble if we do them, right? But they may not be helpful or beneficial for me. Now, during this time, most of us have so much free time at home. There's no school, or we're doing school online, so we're home all the time. Don't have to wake up too early. We can go to bed maybe as late as we desire to. We can do whatever we want. All things are lawful for me, but may not be helpful or beneficial to me. Now the candy. Candy is sweet. Candy is enticing. Candy brings present pleasure. But fruit, on the other hand, it may be boring. We don't really want it. We don't desire it. It's not the best thing. It's not as sweet as the candy. Candy, although it is sweet, there's many negative aspects to it. Candy can bring us cavities or cause us to become sick in our stomach, or it can make us become overweight if we eat too much of it or eat it too often. Now, fruit has future benefits. Fruit may not be as sweet as candy. It may not bring the same pleasure presently as candy, but in the future, it benefits us. It has certain nutrients that candy just doesn't have. It has certain benefits that candy just doesn't have. It has certain positive aspects about it that candy just and probably will never have. What looks better, the candy or the fruit? The candy is presently good. The fruit brings future goodness. Now, candy. Candy in the spirit can represent many things to us. For the guys, candy might represent video games. It might. Hey, I know y'all playing games right now at home. No school, video games all day. I already know. I know how it goes. Girls may represent the cell phone, talking on the phone, talking to your girlfriends, gossip, things like that. Now, this one applies to everybody. This can also be used as your cell phone as well, but it means much empty time. No time to focus our attention to. That can be websites. Websites that we all know are wrong. I think I need to say no more. Now, fruit, that can be the Bible. Definitely. It could be reading the Word of God. We have much time right now to spend time reading the Word of God. It can be taking notes, just listening to God's voice, seeing what we believe He says for us, starting a journal. We have much time to do whatever we're called to do right now. It may be reading, just reading a book about spirituality, how to grow closer to God. It may be reading. What can we do during this season? None of us will be the same after this season in our life. We're going to be worse or we're going to be better. See, cavities and overweight in the spirit, that can be depression. That can be guilt because I didn't do what I was supposed to do during this season. That can mean that it's harder for me to get into the presence of God, or harder for me to hear the voice of God because my mind is clouded with so much confusion and distraction that I've allowed into my mind during this season. Now, the fruit in the spirit, that could be knowing God better. That could mean having a better relationship with God. That could be knowing my calling, knowing my ministry. That could be hearing God's voice clearer. I don't have to work as hard to get into the presence of God because I've been in His presence, so His presence speaks to me so much clearer. Now I ask you, for the last and final time, what looks better? I love you. Ah! No, I just can't go. Are you willing to do something different for God? Are you willing to do something different for God? Are you willing? Are you?